The Wheeling Plan Commission meeting for Thursday, December 1st, 2016 is called to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Secretary, roll call, please.
Commissioner Panova?
Here.
Commissioner Johnson?
Here.
Commissioner Powers is here. Commissioner Zangaro?
Here.
Chairman Fato?
Here.
And Commissioner Dorman and Commissioner Saku are absent with prior notice.
Thank you. Brooke, any changes to the agenda?
There is one change, item number 7A, docket number 2016-24 and PC 16-18, the parking lot at 300 South Milwaukee Avenue will be continued this evening without discussion. The Plan Commission will continue this item to January 12th, 2017.
Thank you. Citizen concerns and comments. At this time, anyone in the audience wishing to speak on items other than that are on the items for review tonight can come forward now. Great, thank you. Consent items, docket number SCBA 16-30, A&B Floral Studio, 565 North Wolf Road. Appearance approval of a wall sign.
So will Mr. Chairman.
No, let's do them both all together. Docket number SCBA 16-31, Marvy Nails and Spa, 765 West Dundee Road. Appearance approval of a wall sign. Can you show that one too, Brooke?
Yes.
Thank you. Oh, that's nice. Do we hear a motion?
So moved.
Second. Motion by Commissioner Powers, second by Commissioner Johnson. Mr. Secretary.
Commissioner Powers votes yes. Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Panova?
Yes.
Commissioner Zangaro?
Yes.
And Chairman Fato?
Yes. Items for review. Do we have to do a date certain on both, or can we just do them combined?
We don't need to continue PC 16-18. That's just a public meeting.
Okay, just a public meeting. Okay, so do I hear a motion to continue 2016-24, variation from Title 19 zoning related to parking setback with a date certain of January 12, 2017. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Johnson, second by Commissioner Zangaro. Mr. Secretary.
Commissioner Johnson?
Yes.
Commissioner Zangaro?
Yes.
Commissioner Panova?
Yes.
Commissioner Powers votes yes. Chairman Fato?
Yes. 7B, docket number 2016-21A and C, continued from November 17th with hearing without discussion. JV Global Services LLC, 150 Abbott Drive, 2016-21A, special use site plan approval of a truck freight terminal, and 2016-21C, special use site plan approval of heavy motor vehicle outdoor storage. Ms. Jones.
I just would like to state that the staff report and submittals of the petitioner are part of the public record.
Okay, great, thank you. Good evening, sir.
Good
If
evening.
you can state your name again and business address, thank you.
Yes, so my name is Patrick Kilmer. My business address is 33 North LaSalle, Suite 2800, Chicago, Illinois, listed in Antilles. I am here on behalf of, as you probably know, Jaravel LLC. So we've been having lots of discussions with the village, and I think we've kind of resolved almost all of our issues. Hopefully, and so we have our people here to talk about the project. Just to kind of, it's been about a month since we were here before with you guys, so I just want to kind of go over the facts again, just so you know them. So we're here for a special use for a truck freight terminal and for a heavy motor outdoor storage. The property is zoned I3. There's just reminders, there was already a kind of a truck parking lot on the site a couple years ago. And so we're asking just for a little bit of modification on that. The property's been vacant for almost 5 years now, so we'll be filling in a unused site. We plan to have 78 trucks on the site, trucks and semi-trucks, and approximately 3 employees still working on the site. We'll plan to have a 400 square foot building on the site, and we're going to have parking. And based on everyone's discussion, we've moved the parking next to the building, so there's no worry about anyone slipping and falling on ice during the winter. We also have, we're going to have 13 security cameras, and we'll make sure the property is properly lighted. We'll have a 6-foot fence around the property and controlled gates, and we will make sure that no one stays in the truck overnight. All the conditions that was discussed at the last meeting, I feel like we've answered them in our documents, but we can go over them if you like. And then just to kind of go over where we are, so we have our landscaping here. Talk about the project and the landscaping and the fence.
He wasn't here before.
No.
Sir, were you, I assume you weren't at our last meeting?
No, we're not.
So if you
That's
could
correct.
please raise your right hand. Do you swear the testimony you give tonight to be the truth?
I do.
Great, thank you. And if you could give your name into the microphone, your name, business address, or if you have a business card, you can give it to our recording secretary, that'd be great.
My name is Dave Hare. Our business address is 48 East Hints Road in Wheeling.
Okay, so you're here to explain something to us. You've got a nice piece of wood on the podium there, so.
There was a lot of question about fence. So we did provide the fence quote for them. I know the requirements, and I believe you've seen a picture has been circulated. If not, I have pictures of fence. Solid board fence, which is what you required. And this is actually a sample of the posts, which I'm glad to pass around for you. Steel insert, or steel post wrapped in wood. And it's heavy.
Yes, it is.
So that will go around, all the perimeter of the property. The perimeter of the back 3 sides and the front side is going to be set back from the street. It's not going to be on the street. It's going to be, as you saw in the drawing, just on the south side of the end of the pavement. We also submitted a landscape plan, which includes adding some additional beds with some flowering shrubs and perennials. And I have pictures of the plants as well.
Is that what's up there?
To improve where it looks. However, I would say that, and I'm sure many of you have actually had a chance to get out and actually look at the property. There's beautiful mature trees on the site already. Beautiful lindens, beautiful spruce. We're going to prune them, eliminate some weed trees that are there, general cleanup, which it hasn't had in some time, and then addition of some additional flowering plants to create a little bit more interest.
And so just to confirm, those weren't in the initial packet. We just got those now, but these are just showing you pictures of what the plants we already discussed in our drawing.
So is that going to match, excuse me, what is in the landscape plan?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and matches what's in the landscape plan, and you may have even seen a copy of our proposal that we submitted to Jerval, and so it all is the same plans.
Next, I'd like to have our contractor come up and talk about the building.
1 second.
Yeah.
Just 1 second. Mallory and Brooke, we have these pictures. Do we need to include those? Can we include them? I mean, they're just descriptors of what's on the,
I don't think they're necessary. The landscape plan itself states the type of plant species, quantity, and size, and that's what we really need.
that's what we're looking for, right,
Yes.
exactly. Okay, great. I just wanted to make sure.
Sure.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, and Brooke kept a copy of those just for the record.
Okay, great, thank you. Right.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Igor Gluzman.
Could you please spell your name and business address for our recording secretary?
IGORGLU And address?
Business address, yes, please.
700 Old Barn Road, Buffalo Grove, Illinois 60089.
And you weren't here at the last meeting, so would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear the testimony you give tonight to be the truth?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. My name is Igor Gluzman, and I'm owner of a construction company, GB Design. I did so many projects in this city, and I think I know so many people from the building department. And we are working together. I think this will be all fine. This is not building what I want to do in this village. What we have now, this is a small office, 20 by 20. This will be with office space, 2 windows, 2 doors. We have restroom for size what we have to do for the handicap, and mechanical storage room. This is for 10 gallon of hard water and small furnace. That's all what we do. This will be in a roof will be shingles 35, architectural shingles 35 years warranty, and outside will be a siding. This is shingles, architectural shingles, and we do a siding like this. Maybe another color, but same style.
Looks like they came off my house. I have to go home and check. It's that
Okay.
same color.
Okay, I can do any any outside materials. This is all depends on the owner.
So, okay. And that's fine. The style is fine, but what is the color that you've landed on for the siding and the roof? Is that going to be the colors?
That's our current color. I mean,
This is only materials, what we're talking about. Color have to be a, if you need something specific color, we can do this.
It's not me.
Okay?
It's not me.
I have a boss.
It's when we want, and the materials are fine, but we'd also like to know what the color scheme that you're going to use. We try not to dictate it unless it's purple and green that are going up.
Yeah, the color of, hello, Vladimir Verveljan.
Right.
Yeah, the siding color, we would like to use brown color.
Okay. All right. So there are many hues of brown, light,
No,
dark.
it's going to be a dark brown.
Okay, so is that sufficient, Brooke and Mallory?
I'm okay with that if the plan commission is okay with that.
Okay, we'll ask the commission. Okay. All right, okay, so, and then so it's all siding and it's a shed-type roof, and that color, is that what you're going to use?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, this is, I think
Like
this
pulling
color
teeth.
will be okay.
seriously, that looks like mine. I gotta go home and check. Yeah, okay. Is there a, on the back of that, does it say what the color is or something on there so that we can have it going forward?
No, this
looks
is
like a used one.
only in,
Okay.
It looks like a brown architectural shingle.
Right.
Yeah.
So just put brown architectural shingle. Okay, we're getting there. Okay. So it's just going to be all sided and a roof?
Yes.
With shingles on it?
With the 2 windows
Yeah.
on the side, yeah.
Right, that's fine. Luckily.
So security can see trucks in and out and open the gate.
Okay, all right. You know, this shouldn't be that hard, so we're trying to make it easy on you. So
Thank you.
it shouldn't be that hard, but sometimes it is like pulling teeth here. So, okay, that's fine. I'm sure the petitioners will have some questions when we're done, but if that's the building, is there something else you need to discuss with us?
not at this time. We're ready for questions.
How about the, you got one more thing. How about the parking lot?
The parking lots. So we did discuss that with our village very extensively. We're going to be doing it in 3 phases. We're not going to be repaving the whole parking lot, but resealing it in certain phases. We've had multiple discussions with Kyle, and we think we've come to terms with everything that you guys have wanted.
Okay.
Oh, to be honest with you, our paver did want to come today, but unfortunately he was out of town. I was going to have him come here and present, so unfortunately he just couldn't make it.
Okay, thank you. All right. Is that all now?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. That was a key point there.
I know. Again, that was something we would negotiate with the village pretty.
Yep. But we have to approve it, so.
I agree, yeah.
Okay, thanks. All right. Commissioner Zangara.
Thank you. The only question I have, and I don't know if it's a concern, if it is a concern, is you have the handicap parking, you have the handicap bathroom. I'm assuming this building looks like it's 6 to 8 inches off the ground. Do we need a ramp or anything to get into the building?
That would be looked at when the building department issues the permit for the
Okay.
structure, and if it doesn't meet the code, they would adjust it accordingly.
Okay. That's pretty much all I had. I mean, you came back, the phasing plan with the paving, I know that's gonna be a brutal task.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the color, I guess?
Yes.
It's gonna be just stained or clear sealed or something?
Not sealed, it's cedar.
Just, okay, just, that's it right there. Okay, that's all I have.
Commissioner Powers.
I just want to say thanks for doing the landscaping plan. I appreciate that. The only question I really had is on the trash enclosure. You have aluminum gates on there. Is there a reason for that? I mean, I typically see, we normally have cedar gates. Is it a solid aluminum gate? What does that look like?
That's just the kind of what we picked up. There was no certain reason for it. That's
Okay.
just kind of what we settled on.
Can we get a wooden gate? I don't know. I was just surprised to see aluminum. That's, I mean, other than that, that's really all I have right now. The material on the gate itself, masonry was fine. The aluminum door, I didn't get that. I was wondering if it was a fence, but I'm sure it's not a fence. It's just the gate.
Well, the gate, that's actually what the gate would look like.
But not on a trash
Not on the
enclosure.
trash, no.
Yeah.
Where did you see that, Commissioner Powers?
I
I missed it.
have to look now.
I thought it was wooden also. I mean, it takes so long.
That's right. I got it.
Okay.
Oh, here, let's see. It says, based upon October 27 hearing, plans now include a trash enclosure. The enclosure is located next to the employee parking. It will be a masonry enclosure with brick walls to match the building. The gates are solid aluminum panels.
I mean, that's just what we settled on. We're open if you guys would like us to do.
Yeah.
That was on page 32 of the packet.
Okay, we'll discuss that once all the questions are done.
And I'm done.
Okay. Commissioner Johnson.
Thank you. What color is this brick veneer that is on here? Do you have that?
Sorry. I think I finished. Yes.
The brick veneer that's shown on here, what color is that?
If we want a brick veneer, this can be some match for the roof, some maybe a light brown, something like this.
Well, do we need that, Jim?
Probably, it would probably have been helpful. Can we land on a color? My goodness.
Did you say a light brown? Is that what you're choosing?
Yeah, this maybe, this is, if we do more dark shingles, this mean a wall have to be a little bit more lights, because if we do more dark, this will be ugly.
Because you're talking about brown siding,
Yeah,
right?
you're talking about dark brown siding, the
Dark
dark
brown
brown
roof.
roof, and now some other, a lighter brown. Everything's brown, so we got dark, we got medium. Let's go with a light brown.
It's very good, 3 colors,
Yeah.
absolutely good design.
I thought we were fairly clear. I know we had the materials, but you didn't bring the bricks. And also, it helps when we have colors also determined, and I thought we were clear on that.
Likewise with the gutters, downspouts, window trim, I assume
White.
they're going to be white. You also mentioned while you were talking that there's only 2 windows, but I see like 4 on the drawing.
Yeah, this is 2 windows, 4 by 5. This is for court, so we have to be opening 20 by 24, and this is exactly window what we have.
But then you've got 1 on each end, on the door ends too, so
And-
you're talking
And
4.
2 doors for 36 inches.
So 4 windows and 2 doors.
But 2 windows on the one side. It won't be 4 windows on one.
Yeah,
On
this
one
is,
way.
this is.
Right.
It's 2 and 2.
Right
2
here.
windows on the one side and then 1 on each end and none on the back side. What I'm thinking is the back side. The other question I had was the location of the gate and the type of gates you're talking about, because our information has, on a drawing, it shows a double gate. In the past, you talked about one of these rolling gates, and then there's 2 drawings that show gates in different locations. So I just
It
think
will
that has to be
The gates
clarified.
will be with a key opener.
Right.
And it will be a rolling one. the one-
Okay.
It's
But on
not the one that opening.
But on the drawing, it's showing a double gate,
On,
unless we have a newer drawing.
they didn't.
Can you say that again, Commissioner Johnson?
Yeah, if you look at the civil engineer drawing versus the fence layout drawing, there's 2 different gate locations.
So in the docket,
What page?
what page?
It's the civil engineering is the correct one. We didn't have time to transfer over from one to the other, so it's the civil engineer is the correct location for the,
Civil engineers
yes.
is the location of the gate. Okay, that would be, hang on, page 48 of our packet. And that's showing a big swing gate.
Yeah, it will be a swing, it'll be a rolling gate, like the gate you had just saw a picture from before.
Well, the picture we saw before is a gate that just goes one direction.
Sorry, the location of is the civil engineer, but the type is,
Is it not shown?
but we had the pictures of the,
Pictures on page 56, I believe.
So I don't know what we can do to just get that clarified in
You're talking about the fencing
documentation.
gates?
The gate, the gates.
Not
plural.
the trash enclosure?
No, just the entry gates,
Okay.
because there's several different items here that are contradicting each other.
So the correct representation of the fencing gates is in the photographs, is that correct?
yes.
Here. Okay. I'll make that note.
And the correct location is on the civil engineering drawing.
Where is it shown otherwise?
Incorrectly.
On the other drawing, it's shown further into the property with double gates.
The landscape drawing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Other than that, that's all I had, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Commissioner Blanova.
I don't have any questions.
Pardon?
I don't have any questions. Thank you.
Thank you. My only comment, the hours of operation, weekdays 8 to 6, Saturdays 7 to midnight,
Correct,
and then Sundays 8 to 5?
correct.
So what is the 7 to midnight?
Because Saturday, usually that's when everybody comes home. And it's gonna be actually more traffic
Okay.
on weekends.
And then the only other comment is about the trash enclosure door. Can you make that just to match the rest of the,
Yeah,
Yeah, that's,
that's fine.
it's fine, the fencing, that'd be fine. The schedule for the parking lot, thank you. So you have to repair the subject property lot in 2017 and 18. Right, so installation of fire hydrants, Ron, is that something, they have to do that before the, is that before before occupancy?
The way that they had presented it in the documents is that they would have it finished by the end of August, I believe it was, and the structure was going to be late spring. They would have to have some sort of water on site for at least the first hydrant in the vicinity of the building for the occupancy of the structure. And then they would continue the loop through the timeline in the end of August.
So the reason why we did that was because obviously there's multiple things, construction going on in the property. And so we don't want to put the paving into place and then also have to dig it up for the fire hydrants. So we want to make sure that everything was going in the right way. And also because of the fact that we're talking about December and there's Christmas or holiday stuff, we can't, it's just the ground's cold and we don't want to promise something and then have to come back and say, sorry, we couldn't do it in time.
So when are you looking, excuse me, when are you looking at occupancy, use of this? Next fall?
yeah, fall.
Okay. So we're looking at 18 and 19? How are you going to do that when you have, trucks in there and it's occupied? Because you've got some, the green portion is, well, I'm sorry, the red parts, you're going down 12 inches. The green parts, you're going down 4 inches. So that's going to be an 18 and then 19? Geez, I could be retired by then.
So originally,
So you're talking 17, you've got the whole year of 18 to get this done. I don't quite understand why going into 19. You think we're going to forget or something? I don't understand that.
No, of course. If we didn't do it, we'd be in trouble. And that's the reason why we changed it, because originally the plan we gave you was that we were going to do everything by 18. So start at 17 and then do it 18. But because we have to do everything with construction and fire hydrants, it just wouldn't make any sense to dig everything up. Also, that by the time we finished with the fire hydrants and the buildings, we're talking September. And so we're just concerned that we can't fulfill our promise to you of getting it done by a certain time. And so that's why we asked for a little more leeway.
Well, September 17, right?
27%, yeah.
Right. So then what happens in 18?
Then 18, so everything is, all the utilities are in place, the building's in place, the fence in place, and then we start working on the
But you'll have occupancy in 17.
right, so we'll have to make, obviously we can't be at full capacity if we're doing construction to the,
I just have a concern that it's not going to get done. And I know it's going to be I know it's going to be part of the approval, the docket, but all the way into 19.
So the reason why we did it to 19 is because we were just concerned that we would be in violation. We originally wanted to do it 17, 18, but we just don't want to be in violation with you. We're concerned about that, so that's why we wanted to be more conservative.
So kind of you.
Because if we don't do it according to plan, then we can't operate. We won't be.
Well, you will have occupancy before.
Yeah, but we'll be in violation of the zoning code because we.
And I would say that if it's not done, then that would be a code enforcement issue that would be addressed at that time.
I'm going to have to put it in my calendar, look at March of 2019, is it done?
You can drive by and bring us some coffee.
I'll have to do that. It just seems like a long time because the season, we have global warming, so the season for asphalt is growing and growing. So I just don't understand why it can't be done in 18, especially the biggest things you're doing in 18 is, mill and pave 4 inches, and those are small pieces. And then you've got just coal and tar. You're just sealing the major part of it, and then you've got on the left side 4 inches. So on the left side, I guess that's purple, and that's going down 4 inches. You're going to do that in 2019.
So the reason why we had to spread over a couple of years is because of the costs. It costs a lot of money, and we can't eat that cost within 1 year. So we have to spread it out, and we can't. There's a good possibility. You never know. September could be a cold month of 17, September, October, November, and then all of a sudden we're in violation of the zoning code, and then.
You realize it was 50 degrees today, probably.
Yeah, but.
Or not today, yesterday.
Not today.
Yesterday, no.
Yesterday, so, okay.
So we're trying to be the most conservative way possible and show you a path that we can actually hit.
Are we giving you all of 2019? Can we say by July of 2019? That's over 2.5 years.
As it's written right now, it's September 30th, 2019.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. Would you like to, I'm done. Would you like to read the motions? I mean, the conditions?
Sure. There are 12 conditions of approval for each of these
Seems like a lot.
items, each special use. Okay. Number 1, the tenants' drivers are not allowed to stay overnight on the premises. 2, outdoor material storage is not permitted. 3, daily or hourly parking is not permitted. 4, the on-site management office shall maintain a manifest of the tenants, which shall be available to the village upon request. 5, no truck repair or maintenance is allowed on site. 6, the fence shall have wood-wrapped steel posts. 7, provided the existing aprons are not damaged during construction or utility work, the complete replacement of the concrete aprons shall be completed during the final phase of the parking lot paving plan. 8, if the existing aprons are damaged during construction or utility work, complete replacement of the concrete aprons will be required at that time. All site improvements and utility work shall be completed substantially in compliance with the provided estimated timeline and phased paving plan and shall be completed by no later than September 30th, 2019. 10, the building siding shall be dark brown, the roof shingles shall be architectural brown, and brick shall be light brown. 11, the location of the fencing gates are properly shown on the site plan, not the landscape plan, and the appearance of the gates are represented in the photographs. 12, the trash enclosure gates shall match the material of the trash enclosure.
Okay, so the only condition that I question in there is the fence posts. Isn't it was that part of their submittal this time around? Trying to cut down on the number of conditions. Was it,
We described the fence posts as,
There's no representation in the plans of the appearance of the
okay,
posts.
okay,
It
fine.
might be in a staff report or,
Because a lot of.
it might be in the
right.
letter, but it's cleaner to have
That's
it
fine.
as a condition of
That's fine.
approval when we're reviewing this.
And, yeah,
And
and I would say
occupancy.
probably half of those conditions are use.
Most of them are used due to the unique combination of the two
Right.
special uses, and we want to preclude what it isn't allowed, that it's usually allowed in that special use.
And that was for 2016-21A?
It's the same
It's for both.
It's for both of them?
And Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Brooke, could you read that last one again about the
The trash enclosure gates shall match the material of the trash enclosure.
trash enclosure is shown as brick
Yeah, it's
veneer?
Oh, I'm
masonry,
sorry.
so.
Should be the
Exterior fence.
exterior fence.
Okay.
Yeah, good catch. So you don't have to read them again for the other one?
No, I'm not going to read them again.
Okay, we have a motion for 2016-21A. I'm sorry, is there any other questions? And this, there's nobody here. We have a motion for 2016-21A special use site plan approval of a truck freight terminal.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Johnson, second by Commissioner Zangara. Mr. Secretary.
Commissioner Johnson.
Yes.
Commissioner Zangara.
Yes.
Commissioner Blanova.
Yes.
Commissioner Powers votes no. Commissioner Chairman Raffato.
Yes. 2016-21C, special use site plan approval of heavy motor vehicle outdoor storage.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Johnson, second by Commissioner Zangara. Mr. Secretary.
Commissioner Johnson.
Yes.
Commissioner Zangara.
Yes.
Commissioner Blanova.
Yes.
Commissioner Powers votes no. Chairman Raffato.
Yes. Motion to close.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You'll have something to sign.
Okay.
Thank you. That's yours.
If you're ever before us again, just remember the detail.
I know.
The devil is in the detail here.
It's a moving target. I'll say that.
Well, some of the materials wasn't a moving target. That wasn't a moving target. The other, the use and all those things we understand. Thank you. You'll just have something to sign, a couple
Okay.
of documents to sign.
Now we-
Steve?
Oh, sorry.
And I guarantee you're gonna.
If you could come up and sign these.
What?
Right there. There's 4 copies that you need to sign.
Just sign it with.
Yep. Yes. I'm giving them to you right now. Those 2 are yours.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
That's it. Thank you. Approval of minutes, none. Other business. Brooke?
I have nothing.
I just want to say that was painful. And I understand part of it was the use. It was a use that really wasn't defined in the village. But in addition, part of it was petitioners. I don't know how we can educate petitioners anymore. Maybe we give them a video or something. Good use of our time and your time. But anyway, Commissioner Johnson.
A while back, we approved this outdoor storage area for John Deere over on Wheeling Road. The new one was the one closer to their office, right?
Yeah.
And they had one in the back.
Right.
Was that not to replace the one in the back? Because they still have two now. There's still one
I don't
along the back of the
recall.
property. And I was trying to find it, and I couldn't find it in my notes.
Off the top of my head, I don't remember the details. That was about 4 years ago.
Was it that long ago?
Yes.
Oh, geez. Because the fence on the,
No,
No.
John Deere couldn't have been 4
No,
years
it was,
ago.
it was more like 2, because I was on the commission. I've only been on it for 3. It's,
Okay.
I
it's
thought it
definitely
was
more
within the
than-
last year.
I don't know.
No.
I can't remember what we approved last time, so I'm not going to venture a guess.
And then I also noticed that the fence on the, what we'll call the newer storage area, looked like it was braced on the back side with 2x4s. Like maybe it wasn't too well constructed, but
Can we have somebody look at it?
yeah, maybe just have somebody check that out. That's it. Thanks.
Commissioner Blanova,
I don't have anything.
Commissioner Powers,
Lights look really nice. Fantastic. That's it.
Commissioner Zangara.
I have nothing, thank you.
I don't either. We have a meeting on the 15th.
Yes.
Right now, there's one item,
One public hearing item.
one public
yes.
hearing item, so, but just don't forget, and then we're off until, what, the 12th?
Right.
So the parking lot will be in front of us. The parking lot, I thought it was a company name, the parking
Oh,
lot.
sorry, no. General title.
A general parking lot. That's a new one. In my 12 years of being on the board, that's a new one.
Well, that's, I was looking at tonight. I figured, 2 parking lots, 2 signs.
Yeah. Wow, so. Okay. Motion to close?
So moved.
Second.
Motion to adjourn,
Either way.
either way.
Sounds good to me.
All those in favor?
Aye.